Welcome to Commanders Daily, everybody. It's your one-stop shop for everything going on with the Burgundy and Gold. I'm Bob Matthews. Hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of our coverage. Thursday night football tonight. Commanders and Packers will kick off about 8:15. Green Bay is coming into this one as a 3.5-point favorite, but I think it's going to be a really good game tonight. And I think the Commanders have at least a 50-50 shot at winning this one. They are not going in here as a prohibitive underdog. Every game they play this year, they have a very good chance of winning it. Now, obviously, they're not going 17-0, but you get my drift. It is a brand new day for our favorite football franchise. Some good news from Dan Quinn yesterday after practice, and that is that Jaden Daniels is off the injury list. Had some sort of a minor issue with his right wrist. I think it had more to do with the league's reporting rules when it comes to injuries and stuff than anything that was actually wrong with it. But Daniels is off the injury list. Dan Quinn saying after practice on Wednesday that he is 100% ready to go. Very good news, obviously. It was weird, too, because there really wasn't a play where you looked at and said it looked like, he got hurt at any point in time. But regardless, Quinn says he is good to go. So looking for another outstanding performance for him coming up tonight. One guy that is on the injury list, and it caused them to sign a kicker, punter to the practice squad just in case, and that is Tress Way. You might remember Tress Way was hit, kind of fell awkwardly on that blocked punt against the Giants. Still a little shaken up from it, although, again, good news there is that Quinn said he does expect him to play and that the signing of a punter for the practice squad was just kind of a, in case of emergency, break glass sort of thing. You can never be too careful. Just ask Brian Daboll and the Giants. Remember, had they had a field goal kicker last year that they could have elevated on game day, they may not have lost that game to the Commanders at FedEx Field. So, how are things going to play out tonight? And more importantly, what do the Commanders have to do in order to get a win? So, our three keys for tonight for the Commanders to win. First up, got to contain Micah Parsons. Now, I think that might be a little bit easier than it has been in years past because I still think he is dealing with a bit of an issue with his back. It was limited in snaps. They had him on a pitch count last week against the Lions. No reason to think he's not going to be on a pitch count again tonight against the Commanders. Also, I expect to see him get a lot of double teams. That's the way the Lions kept him relatively quiet. I know he had the sack of Jared Goff, but still expect to see him get chipped by the tight end, by the running back, and double teamed along the offensive line. A really good test for this offensive line that looked really, really good against New York. Second, clean up the mistakes on offense, and that's both Jaden Daniels and the receivers and the penalties. Limit the penalties and make sure that the receivers, hang on to the ball, and Jaden doesn't throw behind him. You saw that more than a couple of times. You had the drop, the Terry McLaurin overthrow that would have been a touchdown. Deebo Samuel had a drop. Jaden threw behind several receivers. Zach Ertz a couple of times. Clean those up though, and I think they're gonna rack up some points. And let's keep the running game going too. That does a couple of things. Number one, it keeps the ball out of Jordan Love's hand and the Packers offense, and number two, it wears down that Green Bay defense. It's also a really good way to wear Micah Parsons down as well. You got a guy that is that good a pass rusher. Hey, just run the ball right at him. It's amazing how he might lose a little bit of a step there, maybe a quarter of a step throughout the game after getting worn down with a bunch of running plays coming at him. So do those three things, and I think the Commanders will have an excellent chance at coming out of Lambeau with a win and being 2-0 after the first 10 days of the season. All right, viewer mail time. As always, we appreciate it. All the comments that you guys are leaving us. Before we get to it, as always, remember, after the game tonight, if you are so inclined, Why don't you go, just come back to the page, drop us a comment on how you thought the game went, give us your observations on it. Let's get into the mailbag here. Let's see, and we got quite a few. Probably should have had this pulled up a little bit quicker. All right, so HK Hawkins, shout out HK. He says, I'll pick 2 keys to winning this game, reducing penalties and reducing the drops. If we can play a little cleaner overall, then I think we will have a great chance to win. I completely agree with you. As we were saying, HK, those are 2 things. I didn't mention the penalties, but you're right. 12 penalties, clean that up, maybe cut that in half or by 2/3. You're right. I think that he is going. I think that they are going to be fine. Linda McKissick, 1, 2, 3, 4. Linda, JD5 is absolutely okay, and I understand your consternation in that one. DJ77, key victory. Convert on 3rd down, stay out of 3rd and long, win the turnover battle. Do these 2 things. We will win. If not, we will lose. Go HTTC. I love it. And John P. Composer, shout out to John. Pressure on Jordan Love will lead to Packer mistakes. Cannot argue with any of those suggestions. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, 8:15 tonight is kickoff. Appreciate everybody watching. Come on back. Drop us a comment on how you thought the game turned out, your thoughts and analysis on it, and we will go over it all on Friday. Have a good one. Enjoy the game. Remember, like the wise man once said, if you're on your bike tonight, as always, do wear white.